autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go tonight. 180. Ric Flair.
Now Goff on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
He's mine, he's mine, he's mine. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the pass. Clock.
It's a second down run with Sanders. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a third and long situation coming up. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Out of the gun. Goff. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Mayfield down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Get in the right room. Hey, alert, 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 alert. SOS, SOS, SOS. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Point it right, point it right, point it right. Alert, 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 alert.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Check 31, check 31. Safe, safe, safe. Check. Up, 99, check 99. Check 43. Watch the edge. Kill, kill, kill. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tight into the right, boy, tight into the right.
Mayfield looks to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on second and 14. Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Foster. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Hurry, hurry. Ringo. Kill. Big Ed.
Hey, alert 33.
They'll run with Chubb. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Brings up second and goal. At the 8.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Pick me up. Here we go. Mike's 59.
Here's Mayfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
At the 12-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
From the gun on third down. Goff. He's going to fire one. And got his man. Complete. 30. The 20. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Michael Gallup. 88 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So on third and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, alert 33.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Hey, alert 33.
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike.
Five.
From the gun, Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On third down, Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver.
At the 45-yard line.
Cut. 180.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go.
2 for 1. 2 for
58 to Mike. Exit.
1.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On second down, it's Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Motion, pop, 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 pop.
Running right, here's Sanders. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 for 1.
58, boys, 58, Mike. I'm coming.
On second and 9, Goff. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 21.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Check 24, check 24.
2 for 1. 2 for 1. What's that?
Go 58's the Mike. In the face. 58's the Mike. 58.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Sanders. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Hey, watch this, watch this.
Hold on. Check.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Milano in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check.
Let's go.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
180.
Choose the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
Alert.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A good return there, 17 yards, and it'll be Dolphin football. A first update now from Cincinnati, and the Steelers there out to an early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
58, boys, 58, Mike. Big stop, G.
On 1st down, gone. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Gone. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, now he'll try and chuck it deep left side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Run.
A run for Nick Chubb. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down.
13 yards on the play. And the Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter.
Hurry.
Mike,
Run.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. From the 31, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball. And we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Chubb. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
On second and 15 now. Mayfield, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Mayfield to throw it, and that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A 45-yard punt for there on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
A gain there of 21 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he has got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Pick the edge. Come.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So first and 10 now from the 30.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Check three.
On the carry, it's Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Elsewhere at Arrowhead there in the third quarter. And the Saints have extended their lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at third and 1. Goff wants to throw on third and 1. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 34. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Following the interception, Mayfield looking for the out route, and he's got more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Mayfield now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
That's another Bills
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go, Pete. Tighten up. Check nickel.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Got three down.
Regular.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Mike.
180. Pistol.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Now Mayfield. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Open man is Kirk, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. No, bottled up fumble. It's out. It's loose. Well, call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Let's go.
7-yard gain. And the Bills, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pull it together. Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Hey, Haywood.
Throwing, Mayfield. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. To throw, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Hurry, hurry! Hey, alert 33!
52!
Hurry, hurry!
52, Mike 52!
Hey, Zoo!
Get the ball right here, let's go! Mike 52, Mike 52! Hey,
Mayfield with it once more. Got an open man, it's Foster. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down.
we ain't giving up nothing to 52's the Mike! Let's go, defense. Our time, this our time. 52's the Mike. Mike 52.
King!
Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike 52.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. Now this is caught. He hits more. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. Mayfield now from the 50. And he's going to have the connection to Foster. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. Mayfield brings him up first and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Mayfield to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now Mayfield. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for Miami, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.